Well, well. Wow, that's loud. Welcome back, my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite talking stone, and today we are back with some puzzles. It's been a while since I did a Japanese stream, and it's going to be a bit of a longer while. I just was not feeling the learning mood today. I just want to cater to my whims. Though next week, I think we should be back on track. No more overexhaustion, no more sick, cough. No more any of that. Just more practice. But today, let's get back into it with this lovely little stream. And we'll start off with our favorite starting word, jazzy. And I wonder what we will net. I wonder what we will get. Nothing. What did I do to start this? To start jazzy as my first word? I forget. I don't remember. I think it was because I saw a post on somewhere that says jazzy is like hard mode. Even though there is a legitimate hard mode in the settings that I don't use anymore. I don't use hard mode anymore because it's hard. It's hard. Shrimp is too long. Maybe shrew. Oh, that's nice. That's a word. And we have two letters now. It's not CD or seeds. Seven. The number. That's a good number. It's close. We have two E's though, and I should have known that the E wasn't there. So it's like sneed, which obviously isn't a word, but sneeze is an extra Z. But I believe I started using jazzy because I don't know. I believe it was because I just saw a post like saying, "Oh, it's a difficult word to start on," and then it just sort of caught on for me. It has to be something like this, though. Sweet, no. Scene. That's pleasant. That works. That's probably it. It is it. Lovely. Took us a lot of guesses, but we did it relatively quickly. That's something. That is something. A good Wordle is always great to start off our stream with. Lovely. Now, let's do the connections. I miss the mini so badly, though. I do have to admit, I do miss the mini. It was my favorite of the New York Times puzzles. And I still could do it, but actually, I don't know if I could do it. I haven't tried making an account because I'm really adverse to making accounts. But anyways, let's not dote on that too long. Let's move on to the connections. Spokesperson, interview, exposition, MC. Spokesperson, DJ. Is that how you spell DJ? I thought it was just the letters D and J. Someone who announces. Trailer, Kyo, Rimshot, outtakes, fiction. Is that appropriate? I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not going to blur it out, but commentary, convention, interview, exposition. So it's probably not that. D and J are two letters spelled out. O and K are two letters spelled out. Exposition is MC is two letters spelled out. Any other? K-yo, no. Trailer, tiresome. Show. Outtakes. Rimshot, commentary. KO? KO, okay. Okay, and KO are just the same thing. Oh, no, not backwards. It's like, I thought it was backwards at first because I don't know why. I just assumed it was backwards, but it's not. It's just the O is moved. Words spelling out initialisms. I'll take that. Now, spokesperson. Maybe like the spoke of a wheel? Or spokes of a wheel? Trailer of a car or trailer of a television show? Like a show, maybe a movie of sorts? No. A convention and a fair are an exposition and a show. These are all events. Exhibition. Fair enough. Spokesperson, outtakes, interview, rim shot, tiresome trailer, hubbub, commentary. Hubbub, commentary, those are just talking, outtakes, and interview? Might be wrong on this. Close. Commentary, hubbub, outtakes, and a spokesperson instead of an interview. So interview is definitely inside, and spokesperson is definitely not. Interview, hubbub, outtakes, commentary. No, I don't know. But spokesperson, tiresome trailer, and rim shot. I see it. Spokes. It was what I was saying before. Spokesperson, spokes of a wheel. Tiresome, tire on a wheel. Rim of a wheel. And hubbub, hub of a wheel. Okay, that's pretty clever. Starting with parts of a wheel. Yes, sir, yes, sir, indeed. Outtakes, trailer, interview, and commentary. I guess it's the process of movies? Like, DVD. Oh, DVD bonus features. I'll take a solid. That's pretty good. That went quickly. Better than I expected to. Give me a moment. Right. I think we're going to play our new favorite game. Wordsmith, which I did the incorrect site for. Wordsmith. And let me pull up the correct one. Not the first one, but the second one. The daily word puzzle game. Which I find very fun. We hop back into it. Let's hop back into it again. We'll always do casual. We'll block. Agree. Clues in no particular order. And now, if you aren't familiar with Wordsmith, we need to change this word up here using the clues below. For instance, change the full word to a homophone, and then the result is cherished. But there's a bunch of clues, and we don't know the order we need to use them in. So one at a time, we'll find the correct clue through observation, guessing, and whatnot. And we'll put our guess in below, or not our guess, our next word below. And we'll keep on going on until we use all the clues. So now let's begin. Change the full word into a homophone. Agree, that's not really a homophone word. So we'll skip that. Remove the first letter, gree. Add one letter, a deadly sin. Oh, it's probably that. It's probably greed. There we go. That was pretty fun. Greed is not a homophone. Remove the last letter. Gree. Append cozy animal hideaway. Make something less intense. No. Reverse the full word. Durg. Hoofed animal. That's not a durg. We're probably going to actually get rid of the you know what? My guess, without reading the clues, is reed. And you know what? Let me just do that. Reed and deer. No, no way! That is funny. That is so funny. That is so funny. I didn't even read the hint. What was the hint? What was the hint that made it read? Keep part of the word, an important part of a clarinet or bassoon. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I probably wouldn't have gotten that. But luckily we got the second clue. That is such a soul read. Oh my. Deer. Alright, change the full word to homophone. Deer. D-E-A-R. This is going super smoothly and super quickly. Oh my, I'm very shocked. Remove the last letter, D-E-A. Cozy animal hideaway, we append that to the end. Make something less intense. Maybe not. Anagram the full word, require. Require is not dare or read, so we're not going to say that. Remove the first and third letters. Paradise, E-R? That's anything but a paradise. Oh my. Being in the ER is not fun. It is not. It hasn't been in a while since I've been in the ER. I think the last time was when I had a... Was it when I had a peanut out? No, it wasn't. No, I had to get my appendix removed. I forgot about that. That was unfortunate. By unfortunate, I mean really, really, really painful. Not the removal part. The, just not realizing I needed removal. That was... I don't recommend it. It felt like the worst food poisoning I've ever had. That was not a fun experience. Maybe one time I'll talk about it in the future, but I don't have... No, I have good memories. The doctor was pretty chill. he gave me medicine to make me not feel incredible pain. And the medicine didn't work, so he gave me stronger medicine. He also gave me a ginger ale. That was pretty cool. Let's see. The nurses were not bothered by me screaming like a banshee. So, I'm so sorry for them. Did I get an MRI or a CAT scan? I forget which one, but whatever it was, getting it done was pretty cool, I guess. And I was in and out in under a day. I got in at 3 a.m. and I left at 4 p.m. So yeah, 3 a.m. and left at 4 p.m. So, you know what? Not bad. It could have been worse. Anyway, let's continue. Anagram the full word. Result is required, not dare, not read. No. Remove the first and third letters. Paradise. ER is not a paradise. Append. Light source with a long lifespan. Abbreviation. Ooh, this one I don't know. It might be that. Light source with a long lifespan. LED. Deer lead? Well, it's not read. And it's not dare. And it's not Reda or raid. To require. You know what? I never did a sound check. Let me just take a minute to pause and check the sound. Yeah, I might be at a loss. I might have to use a hint. It was going so smoothly, too. I might have to clip that. That was very funny. It was very funny. Oh, my. The English lexicon tries to elude me, I suppose, because I don't know. Even this is just saying, hey, dude, I see it pulsating, beckoning me. Like the coward I am, and I might use it. Oh, my. I think it might be this. Append. Light source long lifespan, which is like an LED, especially with the abbreviation. Question relentlessly. No clue. Remove first and third letters. Paradise. ER is not a paradise. You see? Not a paradise. Anagram, the full word, and to require. So, it's probably the first clue then. DEA. Remove the last letter. Cozy animal hideaway. Append a cozy animal hideaway. Make something less intense. De-escalate is what I'm thinking of, but that doesn't fit deer. Decave? De-nest? I'm gonna use a hint. I'm too stumped. Yep, it's the one we thought, and I'm gonna have to reveal it. Deaden. Deaden is to make something less intense? Huh. I wouldn't have gotten that. I probably could have gotten den, but I wouldn't have gotten deaden. Anagram, the full word, and result is required. I hope it's not that one. That's a lot of letters to anagram. Well, I think we're going to have to get rid of like an AD or something. Remove the first and third letters. Oh, yeah. Eden. Eden is paradise in the need. Need for the first clue. Was that it? No, we have one more. Light source. Needled. 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 Wow. So it was LED, like I thought. I'm still bummed that we didn't get deadened, though. But everything else was smoothly. The greed to read to deer, that was a soul read. That was a great read. That was great. I'm very chuffed by that. It makes me feel smart. It makes me feel smart. That's my favorite thing about puzzles. How clever they make you feel. Even if you aren't that clever, they make you feel clever. Unless you're stumped, in which case it sucks. Shout out to Artisanal Sudoku. The second Sudoku you have, the one that you rated a 5 difficulty, which, you know, is an average difficulty, is really hard and is stumping me. James Sinclair, whatever you posted, I'm sorry, I should credit who posted that puzzle specifically too. Let me pull that up. Uh, artisanal Sudoku. Should I have it up? I should have it up. I should pull it up on stream. I'm not going to. Feedback. The Sudoku feedback. It stumped me. And James Sinclair rated it a 5 out of 10. It is... Well, granted, I only took a look at it while I was half asleep. But still, normally I get more from that. Oh my. I'm not stressed about it, but it irks me. Especially considering I'm making more progress with the harder one. The one underneath. And again, shout out to James Sinclair and his artisanal Sudoku. It's a weekly Sudoku bundle that he posts every week. Which is incredible, because it's Sudoku variant bundle. Bunch of different clues. Really recommend it if you like Sudoku. I also recommend Cracking the Cryptic, the YouTube channel. They also do Sudokus every day, actually. 2 Sudokus every day. One by Mark and one by Simon. And it's lovely. And sometimes they even live stream. I caught a bit of their blueprint streams while live. It was fun. It was fun. But anyways, yeah, Aftermath. That is, you rated an 8 out of 10, and I'm still doing it. So, James Sinclair, I need to learn to be better. Because I'm missing some easy stuff, apparently. Oh my. But that's, a distraction. We want to get back into it. Somehow the stream's been only going on for 16 minutes, and we already have 3 puzzles done and a lot of yapping. Let's continue. A small snack is a treat, which is 5 letters, so we're not going to do that. Summits. Peaks, eclipse, nope. Business elevator abbreviation. Manila? I don't know. Turn into. That's something I'm confident in. Workshop gripper. I'm just thinking of like the grippy socks. When I was... Sorry to go back to the ER story. I did forget. They gave me grippy socks. They gave me grippy socks. Those were fun. I hope I still have them. If you don't know what grippy socks are, they're socks with, I think like rubber or pseudo rubber on the bottom, and they give you a nice grip. So you can walk around the floor in socks, you don't need shoes, and it's cleaner, safer, whatever. But the grippy socks are so cool. I like grippy socks. They're fun. But yeah, I got them to get up and use the restroom. And putting them on, it's very simple and easy. You're just small little socks. I hope I still have them, because I cherish them. I haven't worn them since then, but I cherish them. The workshop gripper, hands, a clamp. I forgot about that. Where I work, we have a few clamps. Though I wouldn't really call them grippers. Grippers are like hands and toes. Toes in more so slang. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. Bangkok native. Shoot, my lack of geography is getting me, because I think this Bangkok is in Thailand. But I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that for a fact. So... Bangkok native. I'm going to put Thai. I expect to get flamed. It's probably not Thai. Oh my. I don't know. December song? Any Christmas song ever. There's... I was going to say, Wake Me Up When... No, not Wake Me Up When September Ends. I was going to say September by Earth, Wind and Fire. Which is specifically, do you remember the 21st night of September? Oh man, I remember... Which is a great song. I love playing it on the 21st of September. And I remember 2 years ago now, actually, watching... tuning into a karaoke stream from Gigi Maron from Hollow Live English. And, you know, it's like... You know, it's September 21st. I tune in about 10 minutes late and say, ooh, I hope she sings September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And you want to know what she did? She sang September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I was jazzed. I was so pumped. And then she sang it again. And again, and again. I finally get the joke that's going on. And despite that stream being the same thing probably 100 times... And I'm not even sure if I'm exaggerating. Actually, it might have been more than 100 times she sang it. Despite that, it did not get stale. I only turned it off at like the 5.5 hour mark because I had to go to sleep because I was tired. But oh my, I watched 5 hours of someone just sing September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. But yeah, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire is not a December song. Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, a lot of them are too long, so let's continue. Raggedy and Untidy. Unkempt? Too short. Thin Strand, a string, not a rope. Oh my, a loose end, I don't know. Military bases. We're not doing good with this one. Champagne bottle seals, corks. Point and click gadget. A clicker or a laser? Laser is probably it. Jack or ace card. Most wise. Well, I would say me. But that was the old me. The me from 2025. This year, this me, 2026 me, would say the Cuban giant owl. I love the Cuban giant owl. It's probably my favorite animal now that I've learned about it. Oh my, the Cuban giant owl. Just this big predator, 3 feet 7 inches tall, like 3.5 feet. It took down, it hunted animals the size of black bears, like some big sloth that are the size of black bears, which are like 4 to 6 feet in size. It's insane, and they weren't even a pack hunter. From what my quick one little question to Google was, they aren't even a pack hunter. They're like an ambush hunter. I just think they're so cool. I love the Cuban giant owl. It's the most wise. It's the most superb. Ah, man. I love Superb Owl Sunday. It was great. But most wise, wisest? There's no it's wisest. But that fits, so I'm going to keep it. Excessive savers of hoarder. Lovely. Architect's design blueprint. You know, I have to admit, I've never actually played Blueprints, the video game, but after a month of seeing it in my feed occasionally and watching it on occasion, I made a realization that Blueprints, the game, is supposed to sound like blueprints, like a schematic. And considering Blueprints is like a puzzle game, when I realized that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so clever. And then I thought, how did I not figure this out sooner? Oh my. But yes, architect's design is usually like a blueprint or a floor plan, but that's too long. Partly melted snow. Slush. Lawyers organization. I was going to say HOA, because they just seem like a bunch of lawyers, but they don't actually know how to lawyer stuff up. That's an insult to lawyers, is what I'm trying to say. I forget. Lamb's dad. It's not you, is it? I'm going to leave it there because it makes sense and I know that's lamb related, but I feel like an ewe is the mom. And stud is too long to fit there. Which is, like, a stud is normally used as like a male with... It's more so used with horses. I've been watching too much of Musume. But like a male that is good at producing offspring. There's no good way to say it. But that's typically what a stud is, and that would fit, you know, because an offspring is the child of a father in that case. But we'll continue. Pension recipient. Old dude. I don't know, that's definitely not it, but it fits. It fits. Charged atom is an ion. Before, in poems. I can't remember. I was going to say twas, but that's not before. Make happy. Elate. To elate someone is to make them happy. Electrical cord's end is a plug. Ambassador's headquarters is a embassy. I can't believe I remember that word. It's been a while. I remembered, I went to Washington, D.C. probably a few years ago now, and I remember driving by all those embassies, and it was very interesting. Washington, D.C. being the capital of America. It's a really nice city. I'm going to be completely honest. Washington, D.C. might be... I love New York because New York City is something that I family by. I go up there sometimes. I've been there enough. And I have a ton of good experience there. And it's the city I'm most familiar with in terms of major cities, even though it's pretty far. Washington, D.C., outside of that huge bias from me, that huge experience, that huge familiarity, is probably my second favorite city. Just outside of New York, which, even if New York becomes terrible, even if I never visit there again, will probably remain my favorite city. At least in America. Oh my. But Washington, D.C., everything was so walkable. And I love walking. I love walking so much, and everything was so walkable. The museums were free. Some of them were free. The ones I went into were free. I even stumbled upon a farmer's market, which is more of an artisanal goods market, artisanal foods market. But they had some great food. Remember, we got like an apple slicer? No, a pear slicer, I think. Or pear peeler. I don't know. We got a pear paraphernalia. We got some pear thing from some giant pear stand. And I'm not a pear person, but that's just because they're not that common by me. And I haven't really... I've probably eaten a pear before, but I haven't eaten a pear in memory. I don't have a single memory of me consuming any part of a pear. I'm more of an apple person. I do love my apples. But yeah, we had the pear paraphernalia down in my kitchen. I forget if it's like a slicer, like an apple slicer, or a pear slicer in this case, or if it's a peeler. But it's there. Takes care of is to babysit, which is just one letter too short. To watch. Nope, too long. Too short. Woodwind instrument, flute, oboe. Oboe's woodwind, right? Yeah, it should be. Light bulbs unit is lumens. Lumens is how bright light is in general. It's not necessarily light bulbs. Oh. Lumens is how much light is. But it's specifically light bulbs, and light bulbs use watts for power. I was thinking of the actual light, not the power used for that. And it sucks because those are both 5 letters. That was confusing for me. But luckily, we didn't. Bring almost to a boil. To heat up? I don't know. I should know because actually, it's been a week. Last week I made potatoes by parboiling them, which is basically just putting them in boiling water. And that makes them cook, makes them like softer, and it makes them great for roasting. But yeah, I like parboiling potatoes. It makes them so soft. You can eat them parboiled, just straight up. And I think that's the key for mashed potatoes. But I digress. Parboiling, boiling, I should know this, I don't. Simmer? No. Steam? No. Prejudice? More like pride end. Am I right? Nope. Oh, this is slow but steady progress. I'm sorry, I was looking at 51 down, like Pride and Prejudice. I was like, oh, that might fit. But no, it's slow and steady progress. I can't think of anything. Eroded, washed. No. Semester ending test, final. We're actually doing pretty poorly here, not that I mentioned it. One of the Great Lakes, Erie. That's 4 letters, and I think it's the only 4-letter Great Lakes. I think. Calculate the total. Sums. Coffee house order, latte. I went to a coffee house the other day. Well, granted, it technically was a bakery. It technically was a bakery, but they served coffee and other beverages. I got myself a nice croissant and a hot chocolate, and then also like this waffle dessert thing. It was delicious. It was all delicious. And I might do that again, because it seems very fun. It's not cheap, though. The hot chocolate was like $5 or something, which is ridiculous. But also, it was really, really for the vibes, really to sit around. And for that, it makes sense. If I was going to read a book, which I have done before, I brought a book to a cafe to read. When I was, there was a day where it was pouring rain and I just could not go home. So I stopped by a cafe and read some bit. I read for like probably 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. I ate some food, not at that coffee shop, but next door where there was like just some sort of like fast food place. And then I actually watched the Chainsaw Man movie, which was really fun. Fun movie, brilliant movie. If you like Chainsaw Man, you will love the movie. If you don't like Chainsaw Man, you probably won't like the movie. And if you've never seen Chainsaw Man, the movie is unfortunately a continuation of the show. So you might have to see the show first. Even though the movie is something that I don't think you need a lot of knowledge about Chainsaw Man to watch. Maybe like the first episode and just some basics of the characters. Because the only characters relevant to the plot are Denji, Makima, and Aki in terms of characters who were relevant in the first arc. Angel was there in the first arc, but he wasn't very relevant. And yeah, very interesting though. Very fun. Very fun movie. I love the movie. I love the pool scene was great. But I also love the fireworks scene. It was such a switch up. Especially compared to like classic fireworks scenes. Anyway, I'm getting way off topic. Let's continue. Actor's part is a role. Lovely. Bird's abode is a nest. Okay. After I said we were doing terrible, we're doing much better. Long-eared equines. Long-eared horses or donkeys? Mules. Donkey is too... Yeah, mules is probably it. Real estate sign for sale. Or just sale. Ship of 1492. What is it? The Mayflower? I forget it. Mayflower is one of them, but I don't remember the other two. Blank off. Light switch position. On or off. That fits. I'm going to say it. Sunflower stalk is stem. Spiritual leaders are... I was going to say rabbi, priest... I don't know. Probably ends in an S, though. Play charades. Ooh, I was going to say pantomimes or mimes. Act. Maybe it's like act something? I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably wrong with something. Schoolroom group. Schoolroom group is a clique? Huh. Or a club? I don't know. Unshiny photo finish. No clue. CPR. EMTs. There we go. Undercover agent. Spy. Oh my. And now we have something that's wrong. In one's office. First of all, the double R is not looking good here. In one's office, I don't know. Trains power sources. Steam engine. STEAMENGIN. Nope, we're one short. So it's not steam engine. Coal engine? COALENGINE. That fits, but I don't like it. Job to do. Task. Why is this... Oh, Manila. Yeah, this is definitely not Manila. Alright, job to do is a task. So we at least have something in. Smile whites. Nibs. Nibbles, I'm going to say, but I don't know. Trains power sources. It might be tie then. Huh. Ox neg. Neg negative positive? Pass? I don't know. Shopping binge. Car security device. Keys? I don't know. We're definitely lost here. Scrabble and chess are played in them. Alright, so it's not some... This is boards. A-R-D. Sorry about that. Checkered boards. will be chessboard. Game boards? Okay, so I'm going to assume Y is wrong. Same thing with U. GAME board. Or game boards, I should say, plural. Approximately, oh, this is definitely wrong. Latin American dance, tango. So, hoarder is wrong, which we figured. Tango, there we go. Do some lawn repair. Old dude is probably wrong. A noise. Ooh. Most skilled. Ablest. Okay. Hairdresser's creations. Styles. Okay, we're doing something. UFO pilots. Aliens. ETs. Extraterrestrials. We'll say that. Desires to have. Wants. It's not mules. But it is an S sound there. Wants. Die down. No clue. Graceful bird is a swan. Secret writing is a code. Prejudice. Vain? Well, that's vian, not vain. Slangy suffix for switch. No clue. Aspirin unit, pill. Parakeet foot, food? Ooh. I don't think Triple E is in the market. Miami State, Florida, I think FLO. Small stack is, no clue. Summits. Summits maybe aces? Like summit a test, like metaphorical? Nope, that's wrong. Business envelope, we don't have no clue. December song. Ragged and tidy. Thin strand. We are probably wrong. Military bases. Army. Army bases? Maybe? Or sites? Most wise. No clue. Oh my. Oh, architect's design is a plan, isn't it? Like a floor plan. Lawyer's org, Lamb's dad, before in poems. Takes care of. Sees to. Okay, not take care of a person, but take care of something. Scald, to bring something to a boil. Long-eared equines. Oasis? We'll do one more round. The Nina. I think Nina Maria? I don't know. No clue about this. Act as a, and plays a trades. Schoolroom group. Something L, something SE. Maybe class. Which would mean laser is wrong. But we don't care right now. Unshiny photo finish. No clue. In one's office. Trains, power sources. A hard something. I don't know. Opposite Meg. Bay. Well, what do we say? No, we said essay maybe. But that's cash for a hidden stockpile. We like that. Violin holder is a case. Old dude is wrong, but cash is correct. So we'll keep the E. Violin case. Shopping binge. Car security device, we don't know. Untainted. Pure. Approximately. No clue. Hang around, stay. Ignited is lit. Do some long runs. Well, first of all, I just know this is retiree. If all else fails, yeah, retiree. Annoys pesters. Oh my, pesky little thing. Die down. Prejudice. Slangy selfish for sandwich. Hero is what I'm thinking of, but that's wrong. Parakeet food. No clue. Small snack. Nos. I don't know. We'll do one more. A Noel is like a December song, I guess. Not tasty. Tanty. Tatey. I don't know. Then Strand, we definitely got stuff wrong. Most wise. Except just... Oh man, I don't know. Long-eared equines. I'm gonna check the puzzle. So it's not army bases. And it's not laser. And it's not nibs. Ty was right though, surprisingly. Holy man for spiritual leaders. Holy men, I should say. Play charade is not to act as A, but act out. Okay. Class. Unshiny photo finish. No clue. In one's office. Train's power source. No clue. Nibs. I don't know. Option egg is pause. Shopping binge. No clue. Security device. Alarm. Which I don't know how I missed. Approximately about. Oh, we're actually making progress. Die down. Prejudice. Suffix for sandwich. It's not A. Well, I only put an O there because this is sold, this bottom word. Parakeets eat seeds. Slangy suffix for a sandwich. Aru? Maybe Aru, but we don't know. Long-eared equine. Oh, sorry, this is Miami State FLD? Floor FLR? Ida? Huh. Well, I probably shouldn't. That was brute forcing. Business envelope. No clue. Ragged and tidy. Third strand. String. I don't know. Army posts. Point and click gadget is a mouse. We point and click with a mouse. Oh my. Most wise. Sagest? That's a weird word that you don't normally see, but sage is a wise man or wise person. So sagest, maybe? Save yourself. Pac-Man? I don't know. Lawyers org. Something BA? Lamb's dad. Is a ram before in poems. I think or? No, ear. Slow but steady progress. Baby steps. Oh, like the game. I want to play that game, Baby Steps. A game where you climb a mountain. Essentially, after you get, what is it, spirited away into another world of climbing mountains, and the main character, the player character, is so incredibly insufferable. It's so cringy, but in like a really well written way. He just can't ask for help, And finally, once he climbs the mountain, once he reaches the peak, he can finally ask for help to use the restroom specifically. Oh my, sorry if it spoiled it. But I find that very clever, very fun. Long-eared equines. No clue. Summits. Unshiny photo finish. In one's office. Trains power sources. Small bites. Nibs. Nims. Nips. Nips! How did I miss nips? Die down. Abate. Prejudice. Bias. And of course, long-eared equines. Is this word? Oh my. I'm so chuffed that it has swear words in my crossword. I think I'm allowed to say it, but I'm just not going to. Because obviously the context is, you know, an equine, a horse, a mule, something of that nature. And obviously this is a word for that. It's just, oh my, you know? We've been doing this for 27 minutes, which is longer than I would like to. A wisp is a thin strand, I suppose. Pack rat. That's what I missed. Okay. We still don't know this. Unshiny photo finish. At work is in one's office. Trains power sources. This is definitely rails. Third rails. Okay. That makes sense to me. And I think we're just going to give this up. Ragged and untidy. Tatty? Unshiny photo finish. Matte. Oh. We'll take that. Completed without helper errors, 93%. Highest one yet. And we started off very slow. Completion score, 9,300. Time, 28:48. That's a lot of time. Daily bonus, 50. Puzzle score is pretty good. We're going to submit our total score. Why not? Play again? No, we do not want to play again. We spent a lot of time on that. Oh my. I'm sorry. I was just having too much fun. And I forgot to pull up another Sudoku variant. Well, that's loading. That's unfortunate. Let's look up a different Sudoku variant. Because we did kind of just pulled up the one we completed already. So let's see if there's something daily that we can do. Favorite filler, completed, not completed. Let's just scroll down and see if we can find one. Actually, you know what? Let's try the doles first. There should be a dole or two. The Wordle variant games. Why is this not loading? Enclose that horse. We can play that again, but let's see if there's anything else new. There is not. Huh. I guess it's... Oh, it's Dolls of the Week. Of course, there wouldn't be anything new. Pokedoku. Why don't we... Yeah, let's play the Pokedoku first. And then we'll play the Sudoku. Interesting. Right. That's interesting. Ooh! The big one! It says the big one. But first, let's do the Pokedoku. Let's hop back over. Right. Today's puzzle. Evolved by friendship. Ground and psychic. Kanto dual type poison. I keep forgetting. Is Kanto the first region or the second region? Is it Kanto Johto or Johto Kanto? Am I fair to... I think it's fair game to look that up. Kanto Pokemon. Or just Kanto. Hoshu. I believe it's the first region. Kanto Bulbapedia. I keep forgetting Kanto is like a real place in Japan, and that's why it's called Kanto. Yes. Okay, so Kanto is quite literally the first game. And some things are rattling. Weird. Anyway, Kanto ground. We're going to start with you, and we're going to start with Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen, and because I know you're a ground poison type, I have you in my Nuzlocke, actually. Oh, yeah, I resumed my Nuzlocke, or my Rocklock. I don't think I mentioned it. I want to finish it, I want to post it, and I want to win it. I just beat Claire, the 8th gym leader. So, really good progress. Almost done with, you know, all the recording bits. That's fun. But still have a long, long way to go. Right, Kanto and Psychic. A little Abra. But it was definitely a hard-fought fight. And I was out of it. Because I was nervous from being not playing in essentially a month. I was stressed that it's Claire, someone who one of the strongest gym leaders in general in that game. It was a battle. I did come out victorious, but oh my. Evolved by Friendship, Kanto. Togepi. Evolved by Friendship. Evolved by Friendship. Eevee. Post-evolution Pokemon. Okay, so we'll do Espeon. Which is Friendship at night. I'm sure. Can we get this out? What? I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Or am I crazy? But Espeon evolves during the day if you are friendly enough with it. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. Dual type, evolved by Friendship. We'll go with Togetic. No, Togekiss. I'm sorry, not Tick. Post-evolution, yes. I know you're evolved by Friendship and the Shiny Stone, right? Or am I delusional? I'm delusional! Poison evolved by Friendship. What poison evolved by Friendship? I'm just delusional. Ground, dual type, Geodude. Which I always thought was just a rock type. But no, it's ground and rock. Which is weird. Dual type, Psychic. We'll go Gallade. I can't believe we got 2 wrong already, and the third one is Poison. And oh my. Poison and evolved by Friendship. What poison type evolves by Friendship? Not Krogunk. Probably not, at least. Ground and Poison. Wait, Ground and Poison? There has to be one at least, but I can't think of it. Is it a new... Maybe it's a newer one. Psychic and Poison... Huh. You know, that is quite bizarre. You know, I'm just going to give up. I really could think about it. But I'm cooked. I'm washed. That's unfortunate. I just want to see the answers. I don't want to get stumped on this too long. Results. Pikachu. I'm sorry. You evolve into Pikachu by Friendship? What? I mean, actually, have I ever had a Pichu in the game? No. I've had Pikachu, but not Pichu. I did not know that. I didn't know that. Lucario's evolved by Friendship? Crobat. I should have got Crobat. That's on me. I should have got Crobat. Diglett is a ground Kanto. Okay. Onyx is Onyx is ground? I don't know it's rock type, but I guess that's ground too. Because I know Steelix is steel and ground. So I guess it loses its rock typing. Huh. Weird. Well, actually that makes sense. Clodsire. I forgot about Clodsire. The region variant sort of Wooper. And then Monkey Dory. I've heard of you before, but I don't recall you. Least common. Oh, Slowpoke Galar. I could have thought of that. Wooper, Paldea, Roselia. Roselia? For poison and evolved by... Roselia's... I thought Roselia was level. Levani I should have gotten. I know Levani. That's a dual type evolved by friendship. Snorlax is what? Well, I guess today I learned what's evolved by friendship. Wow. That's... Huh. I guess... Wow. That's really insane to me. Alright. I think we'll move on to our last puzzle, and it's going to be a doozy. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's going to be a Sudoku variant, and it's called the big one. I forgot it was called the big one. I was just saying it was the big one because it's giant, and it has a lot of rules. But let's read the rules. Very complicated. Hopefully it's fun. Oh man, I need to take a sip of water. I'm very dehydrated. Arrow, Thermo, Palindrome, German Whisper, Cropcake, Quadruple equals sum Sudoku. The big one. Arrow. Digits on the arrow must sum to the value in the circle. Digits on the arrow can repeat as long as that does not break any other rule. Thermo. Numbers on the thermometer must increase, starting from the bulb. Palindrome. Numbers on a palindrome read the same forwards and backwards. For example, a sequence 47374 is a palindrome. Palindrome is marked with a blue line. German Whisper. A German Whisper is marked with a red line. Any two adjacent digits on a whisper line must differ by at least 5. Kropki. Let's scroll down. Wow, we have a long list. The Kropki dot is a black or white dot between two cells. A black dot between cells indicates that one of the digits in these cells must be exactly double the other. A white dot indicates the digits must be consecutive. Not all Kropki dots are necessarily given. Quadruple. Quadruple tells us which candidates must be set up in 4 cells surrounding the quadruple circle. Equal sum at dash blue line, which is located in multiple boxes. Box lines split the equal sum line into region cells. Cells in the regions have the same sum. Okay, these are traditional Sudoku variant rules, but I will go over them because it could be quite the doozy. Especially this, because this is a lot of colors. What are the colors again? Equal sum is the what? Okay, we did not want to do that, actually. So we... Kropki, German Whisper, Palindrome. This looks like a palindrome, it looks like. This is a palindrome. This is a palindrome. This is a No, it's not a palindrome. What is that? Was it German Whisper? No, it can't be a German Whisper. What? Oh man, I'm confusing the colors. This arrow is interesting. And so is this one. Oh my. Okay, this is a headache even for me. Can I see the rules again? Settings, hint, export, import, clear cells, no. Can I see the rules again? Actually, let me try to work with that because it's actually confusing me. Oh my. Give me a minute to see something. Oh, so I'm going to turn on my fan, or turn my fan back on, I should say. Alright, so we have German Whisper line here. Why is there 2 different colors of line, though? Palindrome. Let's open up the palindrome one, because I might be misreading it. Oh, no, I think I am not misreading it. Well, if this is a 6, that also has to be a 6, so that's wrong. Or, really, I'm just reading it wrong. Palindrome is marked with a blue line. Digits on the palindrome must read the same from both directions. But then what's that lighter line? That's not a palindrome. It's not Kropki. It's not German Whisper. It's not equal sum. Is it equal sum? It's not any of these. What the heck are those blue lines? Let me just try to go back or something. I'm very confused. I'm sorry. I'm just very confused. Where's the big one again? going to click on it again. Yeah, no. Red line. Blue line. What are the other lines then? That's what I'm confused. Oh, wait. No, yeah, no, I'm very confused. Yeah, I'm very confused. Equals some line, dash blue line. Okay, you know what? Let's hop back in. I have the rules up here just in case, but let's go over here. Do it. I have no clue what this line is. It does not look dashed to me. This is interesting. This needs to be the same as these three, it looks like. That's a doozy. Let's start with the easy thing here. This digit we can tell because these 4 digits have to be in these 4 cells. These 4 digits have to be in these 4 cells. And so on. So what's one digit that's in every one of these? 3, 4, 6, 7. 3 and 6 so far. 3 and 3. This is the 3. And now we can look here. What else is shared other than the 3? The 6 is shared. What here is shared between, aside from 3? 3, 4. This is a 4. 4 is shared. What between this circle up here and this circle is shared outside of the 3? 2. And lastly, shared here is a 5. Remaining digit is 8. 3, 4, 6, 7. This is a 7. This is a 9. And this is a 1. Perfect. We got the first thing in. That's lovely. Next, let's look at this. This we know has to be either 2 or 4. And there's a reason for that. Oh my, I want to use this actually. Because it has 2 black crop key dots in the same box. Which means it must be in between 2 multiples of 2. So it could be 1, 2, 4. Like, this could be 1, this could be 2, this could be 4. Or this could be 8, this could be 4, this could be 2. And it can't repeat. If it was, let's say down 1, it was here, here, and here. This could be a 6, this could be a 3, this could also be a 6. But unfortunately, because it's in the same box, it has to be a 2 or 4, which means this is either a 2 or 4. And it actually has to be a 4, because of the 2 down there. Which means this is a 4, which means we have a 2 and 8 surrounding. Which means this is either 1, 3, 7, or actually we don't care. This is either 3 or 5. I hate having to put that in like that. 3 and 5, which means this is a 3 or 5. But considering 1 and 2 can't go on here, the minimum this can be is 3. The minimum this can be is 1, which is 4. So this is actually 5 because it has to be higher than 4. This is 5. This is 5. So 1, 2, this has to be 3 because 1, 2, and 4 are all taken. Thus, this must be 2. This must be 8 then. Just simple Sudoku rules. This is a 2. This is a 1 or 3. 1 or 3. Lovely. We're making progress. Alright. Let's just do some Sudoku. 7 here has to go in here. We'll put the 7 down. Has to go in here. 6 has to go in here. Also has to go in here. But just not here. Because of that 6. 4, 4. We can put the 4 in there. Let's try 8 first. 8. 8. And 8. We have 6. We have 3. We have 5. 9, 2, and 1. Well, 9 and 1 actually have to go here. Because 2's already in this box. And 9 and 1, these are their only remaining spots. Which means this is 1 and 9. This is 2 and what else? 1, 2, 3? It's 3. Yeah, I can't believe I missed 3. Oh my. That's good. 2 up here. I just don't get whatever the heck this is supposed to be. Because if that's one box, it can't be a palindrome. It must be like 1, 2, 3 from there. 1, 2, 3 from there. Okay, you know what? Actually, that does make sense. So the center of the palindrome is these two. right. And this is a palindrome here. So this and this have to be the same. This and this have to be the same. And then these are the same as these. That makes sense, because this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, and this is 1. Oh, it even shows up right there. Oh my, that's so much more convenient. So this is a 6. I'm sorry, and by it shows up there, I mean, look at the yellow box. Look how it changes relative to what I click. So that tells us what's where. So if we go here, 6 goes here, actually. Sorry, that was supposed to be a 6, and it was supposed to go in the box. 6, okay. We're getting somewhere. That is so much more convenient. What about this? It doesn't say, oh my, that's going to be a bit harder. We'll figure it out when we figure it out. Also, from here, this red line's a German whisper. Digits have to differ on by 5. However, 5 cannot differ from anything by 5, because 5 minus 5 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. That's not the digits 1 to 9. So 5 must go in here. Lovely. Look at these thermos. That thermo 6, that's 5, 4, 3. So this is 3, 2, 1. Huh. And this thermo goes there, 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 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can't be 5. This is maximum 6. But this one's different. 6, 5, 4, 3. So let's put in 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. And this is also 1, 2, 3. Which means this can't be a 2, actually. Because if it were a 2, these both can't be 1. And this can't be a 3. By the same logic. 4, 5, 5, 7, 7, 8, 9. This could be 5, 7, 8. It can't be 6. 6 already is in the box. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And if this is 4 and 5, if this is 4 and 5, this also has to be 4 and 5. Both of which are okay for now. I am parched. I need some water. Alright. This line has to be here. So it's either 3 or 4, but this can't be a 4, so this is a 3. This is a 3. This is a 3. We have a 1-2 pair here. That's good. Which means this can't be 1, actually. There we go. That's lovely. Now then. What else can we do? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have much to work with. Here, we know this can't be 8, 3, or 2. Unfortunately, that only gets rid of the 8. Oh, this can be 2. Can this be 2? Of course it can. So either this is 2 and this is 2, or this is 2 and this is 2. Regardless, this cannot be a 2. Nice little check. Okay, this looked a bit overwhelming at first, but now I think we're getting it down. This is either a... Well, let me see. This. Yes, this is either a 4 or a 6. And the reason is 4 and 6 can only meet up with one digit. 1 and 9, respectively. Well, actually the opposite, respectively. And we know that this and this and this and this are the same polarity. Well, not polarity, but i.e. they either have to all be low digits, because, different by 5. 5 would kind of switch it to a higher digit. And then another 5 would switch it back down to a lower. And that's a neat little trick about German whisper lines. And considering this and this have to be the same polarity, that means one of them is 4 or 6, and the other is just chilling, I guess. So either this is... Oh my... I thought it froze for a second. This could be a 6, and this can be a 1. Or this can be a 4, and this can be a... what is it called? A 9. Well, here's the thing. I don't think this could be a 9 and this a 4. The reason is this alone is 13. And then let's say we add 1. Let's say this is the number 1. Then what's this? These two have to be at least 14 without a 9. So it would have to be 6 and 8. Which is impossible because we already have an 8 here. So, in other words, this is not the case. And this is a 6. And a 1 on top. There we go. A good read is always great. 1, 6. And now we know where the 7, 8, 9s go. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll put in a 2, 3. With this being 4. Where's the 4 button? And then this is interesting because it looks like it sums up all of these. It's very confusing to stare at, if I'm being completely honest. Well, here's the thing now. This also can't be an 8. And I think it's a 7. The reason why, if this is a 6 and this is a 9, that's already 15. And then we'll say 16, 17. This would need to be an 8, 9, which is impossible because we already have an 8 there. And a 9 here, so this must be 7. That's 7, that's 2, and that is 3. I really don't get this summation thing. It's so... Is messy the right word? I don't know. A bit confusing, though. But 5, 4, which means this or whatever this is, wherever it goes, is 9. What the heck is this? This is 1. I'm very confused. If that wasn't obvious, I am very confused. 6, 7, 2. That's a total of 15. So this is 9 and 6 because it can't have an 8. So 9 and 6 is what I'm guessing. Which means this is 9. Unless I'm reading the wrong, which I could be. 9. Okay, so I am wrong. Why am I wrong? Why? It's not 9 and 6 for 15. Oh, it's showing me as wrong, so... Oh, obviously I'm wrong. The 6 can't go here. This is a 6. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. And this is a 9. I'm sorry. That was such a foolish thing by me. And looks like over here we have a 2 and a 3. Lovely. We're getting better now. We still have a long ways to go. Oh, wait. Can this not be 9? No, it can be 9. I think it just got erased when I put down the 9 in the wrong spot. I was going to say we'd have to put 9 up here, which is actually impossible. 9 can't go here because of this 9. 9 can't go here because it would go here as well from palindrome in this 9. So this has to be 9, which is a bit messy. And we can input 4. We can input 4. Oh my, I almost misclicked. And by almost misclicked, I mean I did misclick. 4 and 5. Yeah, no complaints yet for that. For either, I should say. Well, this and this are the same, and they actually both go here. Why? Because 4 and 5, the other two boxes take out the bottom 2 rows, and then this would take out these first 2 columns. So this is a 4 or 5. Lovely. I really wish I knew how this line worked, but I don't. It's so very confusing. And I don't think it's intending to be so, which is unfortunate. But, whatever, we roll with it. Alright, 1 in this box goes here. 3 goes here, which is interesting. 4, 5, we're 6. 6 goes here. Which means we can place the 1 and the 3 now. 1, 9, 1, 9. So this is actually a 6. Okie dokie. Can I just shift? No, I can't shift click. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Go here. Can I get rid of any of them? No, I cannot. And let's put some stuff in the middle box then. That seems reasonable. just traditional Sudoku rules. 1 goes in this. What the heck am I doing? 1, 2, there and there makes 2. What is going on? Okay, that's kind of annoying. I'm gonna lie. 3 has to go in here. Well, not there and not there. So this is a 3. Lovely. 4 goes here or here. There we go. 5 goes here. 5 goes here or here. 6. I should stop doing that drag. It's really irking me a bit. 6 goes there but can't go there. And 7 also goes along here. 8 and 9 we actually can determine because I just didn't realize the 8 was already here. So this has to be a 9. And thus this is an 8. Which would mean that 9 goes here. And 8 goes here. Oh wait, this can't be a 2 because 2 is already in here or here. So this must be an 8. Clever. Thus this a 5. This a 2. Interesting, interesting. Lovely. This also can't be a 1, but yeah. Doesn't solve any issues for us yet. But we're making great progress, and I like that. Let's put the 2s, we've already put the 2s in actually. Put them in here. This is a 2, that's a 2, and 2 goes down there. If that's a 2, that's a 2, and 2 goes down there. Where's 2 when you need it? 2 actually goes over here, doesn't it? It has to. Can't go there because this has to be a 4 or 5 due to whatever reason I had for that. Oh, because 4 or 5 mathematically has to go there. Yes. So this has to be a 4. And oh no. Well, wait, what? No, this has to be a 2. That's what I was saying, right? That has to be a 2. So with a 2 block there and a 2 block there, this must be a 1. Oh, sorry, this must be a 2. 2, 2, 2, and 1. Lovely. 4, 5, 7, and 8 is what left. So this is 4, 5, 7. Can't be an 8 because up here it sees an 8. Up here it sees an 8. This is 4, 5, 7, 8. See anything? Not that I'm aware of. Alright, let's continue. This must be a 4, 5. We have 4, 5 pair. That's a good in this column. Alright, let's see. 1. And we're getting back to that mess, which is irksome, but whatever. 2, we have 3. Knocks you out of the middle. 3 goes here. 3 goes there. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are what's left. Alright, can we knock any of those out? Not that I can see. 1, 7, 8. My guess... No, I was going to say, I guess this is 7 and 8, but that's not the case. This is incredibly confusing to me. My instinct might be wrong. Because what's traditionally... Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing this is 5, 4. But no, that wouldn't work. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. My guess is that this maybe is a 8-1. Because I see a 4-5 going into this and an 8-1 going into this. And that would go down. I'm very confused at what's going on. 4-5 there. 8-1. 8-1. You know, yeah, I'm pretty confident that this is a 7. Thus, this is an 8. Just from the logic that it had to be an 8-1 for the 9s it was seeing. This 9 and that 9. That's the only reason. This is a 7. This is a 7. And now we can get stuff in. Very confusing Sudoku, but a fun one nonetheless. A fun one nonetheless. 9, 1, 7, 6, 8, 1, 6, 7, 9, 1, 9 and 4. Truly chuffed. This is also a 4-5. And we cannot see the Fulton either, which is always unfortunate. This is a 1 though, which will help us. We'll scroll all the way down here. That's an 8. That's a 1. Very confusing, but it's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This has to be an 8. And thus this is a 9. And this last one we're going to need to figure out, but I don't know how I'm figuring this one out because it's way too confusing for me. So we know this is a 4-5 because it sums to 9. That 9. But maybe that... What adds up to... what is that, 15? 4, 5... No, that doesn't add up to 15. What am I doing? I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the answer is. One of these is correct. Or is it not correct? One of these is 4, one of these is 5. It's quite literally a 50-50 to me, because it seems like an identical Sudoku regardless of what I do, which is unfortunate, but I want to see if what I'm missing. Because I was able to understand everything up to this point, even if it was questionable at best. And it was very questionable, and it was not at its best. Right, 4, 5. I might just guess at this point. But what am I missing? 8, 1. That's that. That's that. 5, 4, 9. Yeah-ish. 6, 7, 2. That is 15. 4, 5 is 9. That would be at least 18. So I have no clue. We're just going to guess this is a 5. You know, 50-50, we guessed right. 5, 4, 4. Not. Solution is valid. Home. That was a Sudoku. Very confusing, but not bad. I do wish there was a little bit more clarity, though. But a pretty fun Sudoku, nonetheless. Alright. I need to do my Duolingo streak. I'm sorry. I forgot to do it last night. And it's already getting late. So, what am I going to do, actually? I want to keep my streak alive. So I'm going to try to do it in the background while I think of a way to sign off stream. Because, wow, this went a little bit later than I thought it was going to. Actually, did it? That's actually a good question. You know what? Yeah, let's sign off now, then. Let me not distract myself with Duolingo, because I can't put that on screen. I just want to keep my streak alive. We're close to 1,000. 1,000 days on Duolingo. I want to get it there. But alright, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. It always means a lot to me. I have a lot of fun with puzzles. They're really my comfort. They're really my joy. And when I'm tired, like on a day like this, I just want to sit back and relax and have some fun with it. I was so incredibly exhausted. I don't know. Maybe I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I just wish I didn't wake up from the bed. It was a very, very tiring day that I slugged through. Oh my. Everything was just... I was falling asleep at work. I never fall asleep at work. but I was falling asleep. It was not the greatest. Not the greatest. Then I go to the gym to exercise, and it knocks the wind out of me. It was so brutal. Like, I am shocked, truly. Oh my, it was the most brutal in a while. I could feel my like neck throbbing from the just the heartbeat, heart pressure. Oh my. And it wasn't even a hard day to exercise. It was just my body was not used to it. But yes, I was very tired. Very not looking forward to doing anything thinking wise. Granted, everything I just did was thinking wise. But I just wanted to relax with some leisure puzzles. So, thank you for catering to my sophomoric self. It does mean a lot to me. Letting me yap and do my favorite things, like puzzle solving. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. It's always appreciated. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.